Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Friendly Fluency. I'm David.
And I'm Anna. We are so happy you are here to practice your English listening skills with us.
Anna, we are approaching the end of November, which in the United States means the big Thanksgiving holiday. And right after that comes something intense.
Oh, yes, the shopping.
Exactly. So I have a question for you. In your personal life, are you generally a saver or a spender?
Ooh, that's a tough question. I always try to be a saver. I like seeing my money in the bank. I think carefully before I buy something expensive.
That sounds very responsible.
But, whispers, I have a weakness, David. I get very, very excited about a good sale. When I see a sign that says 50% off, my heart beats faster.
A sale. That's perfect because that is exactly what we are talking about today. We are discussing the biggest, loudest, and most famous sale day of the year, Black Friday.
Ah, yes, the shopping madness day. I see videos of it online every year. People running into stores. But I've always wondered, David, why do they call it Black Friday? It sounds a little scary, doesn't it? Black usually means something bad, like a black cat.
That is a fantastic question. And you are 100% correct. The name did originally mean something bad. It was not a happy name.
Really? I thought it was about stores making money.
That is the new meaning. The original meaning is much darker. The very first time the term Black Friday was used in America had nothing to do with shopping.
What was it about?
It was used in 1869 for a financial crash. Two men tried to buy all the gold in the country, the government stepped in, and the entire market collapsed. It was a black day for the economy.
Oh, okay. So that's very negative. How did it get connected to shopping after Thanksgiving?
For that, we have to jump forward almost 100 years to the 1950s and 1960s in the city of Philadelphia.
Philadelphia? What happened there?
Well, the day after Thanksgiving, which is always a Thursday, was a huge day in Philadelphia for two reasons. First, it was the traditional start of the Christmas shopping season.
Okay, that makes sense.
And second, it was the day of the huge annual Army-Navy football game. This game brought tens of thousands of people into the city. Tourists, shoppers, football fans.
Oh.
I bet that was chaos. Complete chaos. The police in Philadelphia hated this day. They had to work extra long shifts. They couldn't take the day off. The streets were jammed with traffic. The sidewalks were so full of people you couldn't walk.
And I imagine, with big crowds, there was also trouble.
A lot of trouble. There was a lot of shoplifting, people stealing from stores. The police were overwhelmed. So the police officers started calling this terrible, difficult, messy day Black Friday. For them, it was a curse.
That makes total sense. So how did a negative name used by police become a positive name used by stores?
Ah, that is the magic of marketing and rebranding. For years, stores in Philadelphia tried to change the name. They tried calling it Big Friday. It didn't work. The name Black Friday stuck.
So they were stuck with a negative name. What did they do?
In the 1980s, businesses across America had a brilliant idea. They decided to change the story. They said, no, Black Friday isn't negative, it's positive.
How did they explain that?
They created the new explanation that you mentioned earlier. It's based on business accounting. When a business is losing money, accountants traditionally wrote the numbers in red ink. We still use this idiom today. If a company is in the red, it is losing money.
Okay, in the red means losing.
But when a business starts to make a profit, they use black ink. So if you are in the black, you are profitable.
Ah, I see. So the new story was that Black Friday was the day when stores, which were in the red all year, finally sold so much that they went into the black.
Precisely. It was the day they finally became profitable for the year. And this positive explanation is the one that became popular all over America and eventually the world.
Speaking of the chaos, I have a Black Friday story. This was a few years ago.
Oh, I'm ready for this. Please, go on.
My friend and I wanted a new television. We saw an advertisement, a huge TV for only $200. It was a Doorbuster deal.
A doorbuster. Can you explain that for our listeners?
Yes, a Doorbuster is a special, extremely low price, but only for the first 10 or 20 people who get into the store when it busts open the doors.
Oh no. This sounds like a competition. What time did you go?
The store opened at 6 a.m. We thought, we must go early. So we woke up at 3:30 a.m.
3:30 in the morning.
Yes, we got to the store at 4 a.m. and David, there was already a line. Maybe 200 people were in front of us, waiting in the cold. Everyone had blankets and hot coffee.
So what happened when the doors opened at 6 a.m.?
It was intense. A store employee shouted, "Go!" and everyone just started running. People were pushing. I almost lost my shoe. I grabbed my friend's hand, and we just ran to the electronics section.
Did you get the TV?
We did. We got one of the last ones. But as we were leaving, I saw two people arguing over the very last box. It was stressful. I promised myself never again. Now I only shop online.
And your story about shopping online is the perfect transition, because Black Friday isn't just one day in one store anymore. It has evolved.
You mean because of Cyber Monday, right? That's the Monday after Black Friday?
Exactly. Cyber Monday is a much newer term. It started around 2005. It was invented by marketing companies.
Why Monday?
Because in 2005, most people had slow internet at home, but at work, they had very fast broadband internet. So people returned to work on Monday after the holiday, and they used their fast office computers to shop for the deals they missed on Friday.
That is so smart. And now it's not even just one day. I see Black Friday week or Cyber Week.
You're right. It's a whole season now. But the most interesting part for our listeners is that it has become a global phenomenon.
It really has. I see Black Friday sales in my home country, and we don't even celebrate American Thanksgiving. It always felt a little strange.
It's a perfect example of globalization. Companies like Amazon, Apple, and others are global. They use the Black Friday idea in the UK, in France, in Brazil, in Japan, everywhere. And local stores had to compete, so they adopted it too.
So the shopping madness has truly gone worldwide.
It has. And since this is a day many of our listeners will now see in their own countries, let's talk about the good and the bad. Anna, from your perspective, what is the pro, the good side?
Well, the pro is obvious. You can save a lot of money. Like my $200 TV. If you're careful and you plan what you need, you can buy expensive items for a very good price.
That's true, but what is the con, the bad side?
The con is the stress, the chaos, and the danger of impulse buying.
Impulse buying. That's a great vocabulary phrase.
It means buying things you didn't plan to buy. You see a sign 70% off, and you buy it just because it's cheap, not because you need it. You end up spending more money, not saving it.
That is a very dangerous trap. So let's give our listeners 2 quick tips. My tip for in-store shopping: if you go, be safe. Be aware of your surroundings and don't argue over a product. It's not worth it.
And my tip for online shopping is be careful of scams. If a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. Only shop on websites you trust.
That is excellent advice. We used a lot of great words and idioms today. Let's review the most important ones for our listeners.
Oh, good idea. David, you started with the word chaos, noun.
Yes, chaos means a state of complete confusion and disorder. No rules, no order, like the streets of Philadelphia.
And then we learned the business idioms in the red and in the black.
Right. In the red means a business is losing money. In the black means a business is profitable.
And my story used the word doorbuster.
A doorbuster is a special discount, usually very low, designed to get the first customers into the store. It busts the door down.
We also just used impulse buying.
Impulse buying is the act of buying something suddenly without any planning, just because you want it in that moment.
And finally, we said Black Friday is a global phenomenon.
A phenomenon is something that happens or exists in society. So a global phenomenon is something that is happening all over the world.
All right, that was a lot of information. Time for a quick quiz to check your listening. David, ask me the first question.
Okay, Anna, question 1. According to our conversation, where did the Black Friday name for shopping start?
Ooh, I remember. It started with the police in the city of Philadelphia.
That's correct.
My turn. Question 2. What is the positive meaning of the idiom in the black?
It means a business is making a profit.
Exactly. Question 3. What new shopping day did we discuss, which started because people used their fast internet at work?
That would be Cyber Monday.
You got it. And the final, most important question. What do we call it when you buy something suddenly, just because it's on sale?
We call that impulse buying. And we should try to avoid it.
We should try. And hopefully all of our listeners understood too.
And that's all the time we have for today. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Friendly Fluency.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a lesson.
This is David.
And this is Anna. Thanks for listening, and see you next time.